Following an update from Epic Games which allowed users to bypass the 30% charge Apple and Google charge on their respective app stores, Fortnite was removed from both stores. Within minutes of the removal of the game, Epic Games would file lawsuits against both companies and would release a promotional video mocking Apple. Now we have two tech giants in Google and Apple going head to head with Epic Games, who is currently valued at $17.3 billion. Safe to say they have the funds to put up a fight, but regardless of how the lawsuit plays out, it's quite possible the negative publicity damages both tech companies. Aside from this, the details about how the App Store has been ripping off developers is coming to light, and that alone may lead to serious repercussions for both Apple and Google. Epic Games seemingly expected the game to get pulled almost immediately, and although this may get dragged out for months, it's possible the tech and app world as we know it is about to change forever. Today on Life's Biggest Questions, we're asking, will Fortnite end Apple? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to LBQ. I'm your host, Jared Bronstein, and if you don't know about the whole Apple, Fortnite, Google situation, I'm here to tell you all about it. There's a lot to cover, and how things play out is to be determined, but some fear Epic Games will take a huge hit financially, while others think in comparison to how detrimental this could be for Apple and Google, it's nothing for Epic Games to worry about. Make sure you stick around until the end of this one to see if your comment got featured from another video, but for now let's kick it off. Now, for those of you who have absolutely no idea as to what I'm talking about, Fortnite has been taken down from Apple's App Store and the Google Play Store after they offered the users the ability to purchase V-Bucks, which is Fortnite currency, at a heavily discounted rate. The way they did so was by offering those interested in purchasing an alternate option of buying the product using Epic's direct payment instead of Apple's. Normally, Apple takes a 30% cut of any in-app purchases. Because of this, Epic Games would charge $9.99 for 1,000 V-Bucks. Now with the update, users were able to purchase the same amount of V-Bucks for $7.99 so long as they used the Epic Games payment system instead of the Apple implemented one, in which all developers who have in-app purchases must use. As you can imagine, the same thing happened with Google, who also charges developers a 30% fee, and it led to the app being removed from both stores. Those who already have the app downloaded will only be affected when new updates come out for the game, but those without it already downloaded on their phones won't be able to find it on the store anymore for the time being. Which is actually kind of sad, because I did have it for a short period of time, and then I deleted it because I started playing Warzone, and now I can't get the sweet discounts that I'm sure all of you guys are getting as I record this video. So if you guys want to send me some V-Bucks, you know, you can. Almost immediately after the removal of the app, Epic Games and Fortnite released a statement claiming they have filed a lawsuit and released a video mocking Apple's 1984 ad on YouTube and in-game. If you don't know which ad I'm talking about, it's the famous one where Apple was actually playing on George Orwell's novel 1984, published in 1949. The original novel is about a dystopian society who are seemingly all being controlled by Big Brother or the Man. The Apple commercial playing on this idea showed the up-and-coming tech company being the one to disrupt the idea that IBM was the only option, although they were the dominant tech company at the time. Fortnite decided to play into this idea, however this time around, Fortnite was the up-and-coming tech company, and Apple is being seen as IBM, or the monopoly company in charge of everyone. And Epic Games even referenced the commercial in their lawsuit, claiming, I quote, "Apple has become what it once rallied against, the behemoth seeking to control markets, block competition, and stifle innovation." Of course, Apple released a statement regarding this decision, claiming they want to work things out with Epic and fully placing the blame on them. In a statement to Verge, Apple said, I quote, "Today Epic Games took the unfortunate step of violating the App Store guidelines that are applied equally to every developer and designed to keep the store safe for our users. As a result, their Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple, and they did so with the express intent of violating the App Store guidelines regarding in-app payments that apply to every developer who sells digital goods or services. Epic has had apps on the App Store for a decade and have benefited from the App Store ecosystem, including its tools, testing, and distribution that Apple provides to all developers. Epic agreed to the App Store terms and guidelines freely, and we're glad they've built such a successful business on the App Store. The fact that their business interests now lead them to push for a special arrangement does not change the fact that these guidelines create a level playing field for all developers and make the store safe for all users. We will make every effort to work with Epic to resolve these violations so they can return Fortnite to the App Store." Google also spoke with Verge. However, unlike Apple users, those with Android phones can still download the game using Epic's own app launcher. A Google spokesperson told Verge, I quote, "The open Android ecosystem lets developers distribute apps through multiple app stores. For game developers who choose to use the Play Store, we have consistent policies that are fair to developers and keep the store safe for users. While Fortnite remains available on Android, we can no longer make it available on Play because it violates our policies. However, we welcome the opportunity to continue our discussions with Epic and bring Fortnite back to Google Play." Now, it seems Epic Games have a bigger issue with Apple than they do Google, even though they filed lawsuits against both of them. And it seems this is coming at a time where Apple is getting caught with their foot in their mouths, because it turns out they do in fact give certain deals to certain companies regarding the percentage it makes off of the in-app purchases. More specifically, Amazon Prime allows people to rent movies and TV shows through in-app purchases, in which Apple only takes a 15% cut, not a 30% cut. They claimed it's something that is allowed for certain streaming video platforms. Yet they were very quick to shut down the idea of Microsoft's xCloud and Xbox Game Pass, as well as Google Stadia, from being a part of any Apple product, with the argument that they cannot individually review each game offered by these cloud-based gaming platforms as they would any other app on the store. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney was quick to call bull on that as well, tweeting out, I quote, "Apple has outlawed the metaverse. The principle, they state, taken literally, would rule out all cross-platform ecosystems and games with user-created modes, not just xCloud, Stadia, and GeForce Now, but also Fortnite, Minecraft, and Roblox." Now, the issue with the 30% cut for in-app purchases isn't anything new. In fact, there are currently 2 ongoing antitrust investigations into Apple being conducted by the European Union, which has been supported by Spotify, Match Group, who is the parent company of Tinder and other dating apps, and now Epic Games. A handful of other apps are also supporting this investigation, as they feel the policies put out by Apple treats any competition with Apple's apps unfairly. Yet it seems the point of this lawsuit, which as I mentioned will likely take months and cost both sides a lot of money, isn't Epic Games' way of telling Apple they don't want to pay the 30% fee. It's Epic Games' way of exposing how monopolized the App Store industry really is, with Google and Apple seemingly taxing every app 30% for in-app purchases. And given that they really are the 2 tech giants behind allowing apps to be successful, if you will, it truly is a problem a lot of people didn't know about. But now they do, and it seems Epic Games' play to expose both companies as greedy is working. Encouraging users to tweet the hashtag freefortnite, the company is playing the victim and painting both Apple and Google as the big bad tech companies taking advantage of the up-and-coming youngsters who are just trying to have a chance. Now, there's no telling how this is going to affect people who play Fortnite full time. Obviously, I'm talking about someone like Ninja, who literally just left a huge streaming platform, went over to YouTube, and now with the possibility that Fortnite could be banned, well, I'm sure Ninja's actually freaking out right now. I know Fortnite is a huge industry and a huge game, so I doubt they're going anywhere anytime soon. With that being said, if they have to put their efforts into possibly dealing with a lawsuit with Google and Apple, there's no telling how much time and effort they could put towards their game. I know that they hired some of the best lawyers in the world from a government administration that used to be working with Obama, so there is a good chance that Fortnite does come out on top, or at least Epic Games does win this one, and how it affects Apple and Google is to be determined. With that being said, with all the negative publicity on how much of a percentage these companies really do take, I would not be all that surprised if the government courts got involved and decided to take away a large percentage of what they currently are charging. 30% is an insane amount of money to be taken from young, up-and-coming apps trying to make a name for themselves and at least somewhat of a profit. For companies like Google and Apple, who are tech giants, that really don't need that 30%, I don't see a reason why they would have much of a case arguing for the reason of getting that 30% in the first place. Now I want to know, if Fortnite does get banned, what do you guys think will happen? Will the YouTube community protest it? Will people from Twitch jump on there and hashtag freefortnite? Or will another up-and-coming game decide to take the reins? I know I'm a big fan of Warzone, which is very similar to Fortnite, but a lot of people seem to prefer Fortnite, as it's much easier on the eyes and definitely much more addicting. Warzone has a much more real feel to it, and like the war-like mentality, I guess you could say, whereas Fortnite, I mean, they have a whole season underwater. There's a lot more additions to the game, or I guess you could say in-app purchases, which again, clearly Google and Apple won a large percentage of that, but obviously Epic Games does not want to give it up. It's also important to mention that on PC they only take 12%, whereas again, on the Apple and Google Play Store, at least on mobile apps, they take 30%, which is more than double, which is absolutely insane if you ask me. But now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys think that Fortnite is going to get banned altogether? Do you think they will win this lawsuit? Do you think Apple will win the lawsuit? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let us know if you're Team Fortnite or Team Apple and Google. I will say, although I do have an Apple phone, I'm getting a little annoyed with, how they are such a large company and they just take advantage of the consumer. So wouldn't mind seeing them go down a little bit. Maybe buy some stocks and make some money, who knows. For now guys, we're going to be replying to some comments from the video. What if Britain joined the Axis? Spots Place said, I guess Churchill would be the most drunk man on earth. I guess so. I mean, if he had access to all that booze and, sure, why not? If that's, yeah, I guess, why not? Phantom Claw said, things would be so much different in any of the scenarios that could happen. The butterfly effect is very interesting when it comes to thinking what would have happened in these scenarios. That's the point I always try to make with these like what if history alternate videos. The butterfly effect, everything changes. Who knows if we'd have internet? Who knows if we'd have Fortnite or Apple and Google? Who knows? Everything would be different. That's what I always say, at least, because you don't know. Michael Putney said, first day of 2021, yawn, I just had the craziest dream, looks at calendar and realizes it wasn't a dream. This year really has been like one of those bad dreams. You wake up and you're like, oh, it was just a dream. But spoiler alert, this is real life. Welcome to the world. It's 2020 and all this crazy stuff is happening, and now Fortnite might take down some of the biggest tech companies in the world. Just tune in next time to find out. Anyways guys, that's it for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. Let us know if you guys have any questions you want us to answer on this channel in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.